Hello everyone, this is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video, and in this video I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. Let me start up the 30-minute timer. And let me jump right into the adventure. Your son growls at you and roars. You won't take me back. I won't spend another minute starving and locked away in your apartment. I want food and I want women. I won't let anything get in my way. I know, son, and we're sorry. You apologize. I have faith in my divine nature and use my faith to summon a divine shield, you declare. Your son shockingly watches as you summon a magical shield empowered by your divine nature that possesses the unique powers of your divine attribute. Your lover and guardian angel gracefully lands next to you and draws her magic sword. Your son's expression changes from surprised to fearful to enraged and then finally to disgust. My own parents have come to kill me? It wasn't despicable enough that you lock me away my whole life and starve me? Oh no! I would have never imagined my respect for you could fall any further, scolds your son. You are born of man and angel. Oh wait, hold on. You are born of man and angel, making you a Nephilim. We locked you away for years because your hunger is unnatural and insatiable. When you escaped the apartment, you broke the magical seal we used to hide you from God's all-seeing eye. He sees you as an abomination, and unless we strike you down, he will flood the earth to ensure your demise. All life on the planet will die if we don't stand against you here and now. We're sorry, explains your guardian angel as she takes on a battle stance at your side. Then let them all perish. You dare put your God and your world above the life of your own son? Your son screams. To the contrary, we put our love above sacred law and intermingled in a way that was forbidden. We sacrificed our own futures, and for that, we have become sons of perdition in the eyes of God. You clarify. Then if you're already damned, then why Then if you're already damned, then why hunt me down? Why not be damned together as a family in sin? Questions your son. I am your father's guardian angel, and as such, I must try my best to get him to heaven. His salvation and the lives of the innocent come first, your guardian angel says with a tone of conviction and sorrow. You say to your son, I'm sorry that it has to end this way, but there's no way around it. You must be destroyed. Okay, so let's see, how this continues. As your son screams and roars like a wild beast, you position yourself in front of your guardian angel. Let's see. I'm going to ask my guardian angel, how should we approach this fight? I've fought demons before, but Nephilim are something entirely different. Our son constantly eats and eats. And with everything he consumes, his power grows. Okay, so let's see how the guardian angel responds. I'm trying to come up with like a strategy. Your guardian angel sighs and shakes her head. His powers will constantly be growing, but he's still young and hasn't learned how to control it all yet. We can beat him when he's in a weakened state, she explains. Interesting. So I'm going to say to my guardian angel. So then the question is, how exactly do we get him in a weakened state? He only ever grows larger and stronger as he continues to consume. You think for a moment, and then have a sudden epiphany. You ask your guardian angel, if we can get him to regurgitate some of his food, would that cause his body to become weaker and to begin to shrink? Okay. So I'm starting to come up with more of a plan. It seems like her basis is that like he's inexperienced, he doesn't really know how to control his strength. So let's see how she responds. I don't think so. I think that he needs to eat to keep his strength up. The food that he eats seems to act more as a supplement rather than something that allows his body to grow in the first place. You take a moment to consider your guardian angel's words. You reply, so, our mission shouldn't be to get him to regurgitate his food, but rather to stop him from eating entirely. The longer he goes without eating, the weaker he'll get. Is that your idea? Okay. So I think we're on the same page. We're like working to develop like a good strategy. That's a great idea. He should grow so weak that we'll be able to easily destroy him. I've heard rumors that when they starve, they lose all of their powers and become regular human beings again. Your guardian angel answers with optimism in her voice. I'm going to say, so now, our main issue is finding a way to stop our son from eating. Even now, while we are trying to strategize how to take him down, he is eating everything in his path. That's the only reason why he hasn't striked us yet. Is striked not a word? Why he hasn't attacked us yet? I feel like strike's a word. I just didn't spell it right. Okay. Let's see. We need to take this time to come up with a plan. But the more time we take, the stronger he'll become. You ask your guardian angel, is there any way we could restrain him in order to prevent him from eating anything else? Or would he simply eat through the restraints? Yeah, that actually is like an interesting idea. Like, if you were to like tie him up or something, even with like magical chains, what are the limits to what he can eat? You know, if he's like Matter Eater Lad from the Legion of Superheroes, then he can like eat anything. I don't think anything could restrain him. If there was, then the Watchers would have already used them to capture the other Nephilim, she answers. The way that she phrased that was really interesting. For one, good reference to the Watchers. That's straight up a reference to the Book of Enoch, which is part of what inspired this like concept in the first place. I'm not even sure if the Watchers are mentioned in the memory, so that's the AI flexing its own Bible knowledge. Bible is what Ryan jokingly calls the Bible. Let's see. If there was, then the Watchers would have used them to capture the other Nephilim back in the era of Enoch. There we go. Now I'm going to straight up make it like a throwback reference to the Book of Enoch specifically. I'm going to ask my guardian angel if we can't restrain him in order to stop him from eating, then should we find a way to launch him into space? If he's stuck in empty space, then there will be nothing for him to be able to eat. And eventually, he should die. Does that sound like a good plan? Let's see. So we do need to hurry. Because like I mentioned before, the more he eats, the stronger he'll get. And he's clearly upset with us based off of the beginning dialogue. Okay. I don't think so. I don't think that would be... I don't think so. I don't think that we would be able to lift him up that high. At least, not without a lot of effort. In addition, I fear that he would be able to find his way back down here and then continue to eat as much as he wanted. Interesting. Well, for one, I don't think we would lift him. Like, I don't think it would be like we fly him up into space ourselves. At the same time, though, I guess like a rocket wouldn't. You reply, I don't think we would try to lift him ourselves, but instead we would launch him in a rocket or hit him so hard he flies into space. That being said, he would likely eat a rocket before it would launch. And you're right, he likely could get back to Earth before we would be able, before he would run out of power. Let's see. You ask your guardian angel. Yeah, if there's no way to restrain him, and we can't beat him by, like, shooting him out into, like, outer space, I wonder. Do you happen to have a key to the bottomless pit? The bottomless pit is a region of Earth that is locked by a magical key. It is said that during the end times, that God will lock Satan in the bottomless pit for 1,000 years. Yeah. So if we could like lock him away in the bottomless pit where there would be like nothing to eat, he should weaken and essentially die. Unfortunately, no. Even if I did, I wouldn't give it to you. My responsibility is to protect you. not to help you commit suicide, she answers. You reply, I'm not trying to commit suicide. If we could get our hands on the key to the bottomless pit, we could push our son into the pit. There's nothing to eat inside of the pit, so our son would continue to weaken until he inevitably would die. And I'm going to say, what are your thoughts on that plan? Though we don't have the key, though. But if we did have the key, I do think that's like a good way to get rid of an enemy, right? I don't think that plan is any good for a few reasons, she answers. Dang it. I'm going to reply, fair enough, considering the fact that we don't have the key to begin with. You think for a moment. You are worried that you and your guardian angel will run out of time if you don't act quickly. You ask your guardian angel if all these plans we are thinking of wouldn't kill our son, then why does God think that a flood would kill our son? Are Nephilim unable to swim? Actually, that's not a bad thought process, to be honest. I say as if like I didn't just think of it. Maybe that's the big weakness all along. It's been right in front of our face. We just didn't think about it. Come on, AI. I'm out here spitting these good ideas. Leaving the AI speechless, doesn't know what to say because my ideas are so good. I'm not sure why a flood would work, but it would actually be the worldwide flooding that God would cause during the apocalypse. God isn't going to cause a localized flood to kill off his enemies. At least, I don't think he would, she continues. I mean, my response to that, I'm going to be like, a flood is a flood. The only difference between the two is that in a worldwide flood, there's no land to climb up on. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like, I think God's plan is to drown our son, as well as the rest of the world. Which makes me believe that our son can be killed by being drowned. Do you agree? Yeah, like, do you think that that's like true, I guess? Do you concur? Your guardian angel nods her head. So if we drown our son, it should kill him? You ask your guardian angel. Well, that I already more or less asked that a moment ago, right? When I asked if she agreed. Excuse me. I'm going to say to my guardian angel. Then it sounds like we just need to drop our son in the middle of the ocean somewhere. If there's no surrounding land, then he'll likely just drown. He can only swim for so long, especially without a steady food source. Though he could try and eat the fish. What do you think of that plan? Yeah, like I'm still trying to figure out like what would take him down. Your guardian angel looks a bit nervous about the idea. Are you sure? Maybe we could find another way. I'm not sure dropping him in the ocean is the best plan, she replies. You nod your head. Yeah, like it's surprising how difficult it sounds. Seems like it shouldn't be that hard. If we could put him in like an empty void, like a pocket dimension or something, I feel like there's nothing he'd really be able to do. But then I don't know of any pocket dimensions we could put him in, right? Like I don't know like where we could drop him. That's where my whole bottomless pit concept was coming from, and also where throwing him in space was coming from. If there's no like place you can put him where he's by himself and he can't eat anything. Can't eat anything. Okay. I'm gonna ask my guardian angel. What if we bash out his teeth and rip out his tongue? Wouldn't that inhibit his ability to eat? Yeah, like I feel like if we need him to stop eating so that he'll be weak so that we can defeat him, literally just stop him from eating. Like just be like, bam, you can't chew. I don't know. It seems like a cruel thing to do. But I mean, this plan is incredibly ruthless. So the less he's able to eat, the better, right? She replies. So you agree that this would be the best course of action? You ask her. Let's see. Because it is cruel. Like, the whole thing is ruthless. It's killing your son in the hopes that, like, you can find salvation and that you can save the world. But it's still killing your son. Yes, I agree to your plan. Let's see. And then I'm going to get rid of the extra part. Replies your guardian angel. Okay. I'm going to say to my guardian angel, I'll jump in front of our son and use my divine shield to stop him in his path, to prevent him from eating anything else. While I distract him, use your sword to bash out his teeth and then rip out his tongue. So I got the plan. We got the plan on lock now. I get in his path. She inhibits his eating ability. No, shut up. She's like, well, what about dropping him in the ocean? And it's like, you were the one who said they didn't want to drop him in the ocean. Let's see. I'll actually add that. I'll have her say the whole, well, what about the plan about dropping him in the ocean? I'm going to say to my guardian angel, or I guess reply, we don't have time to double back to old plans. We need to focus on the new plan. I'm going to jump in front of him with my shield while you bash out his teeth and rip out his tongue as we agreed upon. Yeah, like, we don't have it, like, you can't just, like, jump back to the other thing. What if he eats you? Ask your guardian angel. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Then you run as fast as you can back to God and repent for our sins. We can't risk losing you. He needs to be stopped by any means. Now let's go, you reply to her. So that's actually really interesting. Like, I have this whole, like, forget about me mindset. Like, if I get eaten, you need to survive. Which I feel like is the opposite about how, like, the guardian angel would feel. You know, she'd probably be like, losing you is, like, not an option, kind of thing. Well, let's see how this rolls. I'm curious if my son will be able to eat through the divine shield. That's one worry that I have. I got 3 minutes left. Come on, AI. I need you to keep up the pace. Keep the story going. Because I think if I hit enter, it'll just play through. Forgive me, your guardian angel whispers before you run towards your son's shield first. Your son is eating 2 children whole as his teeth bash and grind against each other in excitement. You look at the children as they're slowly devoured by your giant cannibalistic boy. Let's see. I'm going to try to distract my son as my guardian angel approaches him from behind. You say, drop those innocent children and face your divine punishment. And it's kind of too late. It's like actively eating the children. Your son turns towards you as the children fall out of his mouth as he growls. Another believes in me. Wonderful. What? What do you mean another believes it? Retry that. I don't understand what he's saying. Your son turns from the children he is eating and looks at you. His eyes narrow as he begins to focus his attention on you. He opens his mouth and lets out a loud roar as the children he is eating fall to the ground dead. Okay. I'm going to keep my divine shield raised high and focus on channeling my divine attribute through my shield. Let's see. So I need to be careful. I have no idea like how this is going to turn out because I could just die. Your son charges towards you as you focus on your shield. Your son is faster than you and swings his clawed hands at your head. You focus on your shield and try to bash his fist away from hitting your head. Your son is too strong. Goodness, what happened? So I tried to bash his hand away, but did he like break through the shield? Am I decapitated? Like what happened? And I know we're so short on time. You bash his hand away, but he immediately punches through your divine shield and breaks your jaw as you fall to the ground. You try to get up, but you fall back down to the ground as you feel several of your ribs breaking. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Also, dang, we ran out of time. Yo, what did you guys think of this AI Dungeon 2 adventure? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and on our Discord. If you would like to see a sequel to this adventure, definitely make sure to hit me up on Discord. Or if you just have like your own video idea, feel free to hit me up. The way that video idea submission works is that you guys message me on Discord. If I like your video idea, then I'll charge you $7 per hour length of the video. So if you have like an idea for like a 1 hour AI Dungeon 2 adventure, that's like $7. 2 hours, $14, 3 hours, $21, etc. So definitely hit me up with your ideas. I love hearing about you guys' thoughts. Also, if you guys would like to support the channel, feel free to hit up our Cash App, link in the description box below. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys like AI Dungeon 2 content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button because I upload AI Dungeon 2 videos every day. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One and Only, logging out. Peace, guys. Check it out.